afternoon, everybody.
Afternoon, everybody. Oh!
Hey, Mr. Peterson, Jack Frost nipping at your nose?
Yeah, now let's get Joe Beer nipping at my liver, huh?
Today is Wednesday, September 4th, best day of the week, man. New comic book day. I've got 13 on my pull list, courtesy of R&R Comics in Houston, Texas. How many do you have? I'd love to know. Seriously, drop me a comment below. Okay, I'm JB and welcome to another edition of What's On Today with Discovery Bay, home of the YouTube comic book community channel guide. This is the show where I'm going to share some of my top picks from the sea of comic content that was released yesterday. Then I'm going to run down a lineup of content creators that are either releasing, premiering, or going live. Now halfway through that lineup, we're going to break for a segment titled the Instagram Tag of the Day. And then finally, to close today's show, I'm going to grab a random package from that crazy, stupid pile of comics I still have left to open in a segment titled What's in the Box Already? So, let's get started with a quick recap of yesterday's highlights. There are links to these channels in the description below. These channels have been discovered. Okay. First up on the recap, over at the Exploding Earths Comics channel, they released a video yesterday titled New Comic Book Day Top 5 for September 4th, 2019. Let's take a peek.
Every week, we put together a list of 5 new single-issue comic books that we're super excited about and think that you guys will love, either because of entertainment value or potential monetary value for your comic book collection. I'm Brandon, and it's time for the New Comic Book Day Top 5. So without further ado, here is about 20 to 30 bucks worth of comic book goodness that you can indulge in this New Comic Book Day. Alright, so coming in at number 5, we have Everything number 1 from Dark Horse Comics. I'm taking a little bit of a chance on this book. I like the writer a lot, Christopher Cantwell, and the premise of this book looks absolutely bonkers. Basically, it's a big box store a la Walmart or Target called Everything that may or may not have some ulterior motives in this small Michigan town in Holland, Michigan that the story takes place in, and you follow these two characters as they try to get to the bottom of this mystery as strange things keep happening in the town that no one can quite put their finger on but seem to track back to the manager of this store. Sounds incredibly interesting. Can't wait to give it a read. So at number 5 this week, it's Everything number 1 from Dark Horse Comics.
Now, I dig the feel of this series. Although I totally disagree with the top pick, I still enjoyed this one. Now, to see this entire list and more great content from the Exploding Earths Comics channel, including that crazy off-the-wall top pick in this top 5, click the link right here. Okay, next up, we've got something special coming on Thursday, August 12th, but I know that's out there, right? So, you may want to set your calendar for this one. I know I am after watching this video from DS Comics. He released a video yesterday titled Comic Auction September 12th on White Whale Comics channel. Let's take a look. Wow.
Hey everyone, DS Comics here. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just going to give a quick preview of some of the books I will have available for an auction coming up. Auction is going to be on White Whale Comics channel on Thursday, September 12th. So about 10 days away, 9 days away, something like that. I think we're going to do it at 9 p.m. that Thursday. I'm going to do a couple more preview videos as it gets a little closer. I've got a bunch of slabs too, but for today I just, and I have some more raws, but this is the raws that I have for sure available for that auction, so I'll just go through them quick. First, Silver Samurai, I got Nova 1 and 2. I also have a slab, Nova 1 in a 9.6 white pages. I'll show that in another vid. What is that? Web of Spider-Man 31, a really high-grade Watchmen 1, high-grade Avengers 196, a really high-grade, I think it's like a 9.6 252 newsstand. Got some ASM runs, 298, 299, 301, 315.
Wow, man. I mean, honestly, I really want to get my hands on a couple of these books. To see this entire video and more great content from DS Comics channel, click the link right here. Alright, for the final item on the recap, head over to the JLS Comics channel. Jesse did it again. He released another terrific video yesterday titled History and Origin of Marvel She-Hulk, the latest Disney Plus star. Let's check it out.
before Wade Wilson, Deadpool paused in scene to talk to his audience and readers, other characters did that very thing, a thing called fourth wall breaking. One of the first, in fact, is a character that's been around for a long time in Marvel lore. I'm talking about attorney Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk. With a Disney Plus show starring She-Hulk announced at 2019's D23, it's a perfect time to dive into her history. Before we begin, I want to thank you for watching JLS Comics. Whether you're coming back or it's your first time here, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. We upload videos just like this every single week. So let's jump into our She-Hulk story. There are two things that Marvel Comics have perpetuated over the last few decades, and really comic books since their inception, and that is of the spin-off character, and more specifically, distaff counterparts. There's been Green Hulk, Red Hulk, Grey Hulk, Immortal Hulk, 2099 Hulk, Orange Hulk, Maestro, Old Man Logan, Hillbilly Hulk family, Ultimate Hulk, Professor Hulk, and that brings us to Hulk and his cousin She-Hulk. In 1977, the Incredible Hulk TV show aired on CBS, and this was during an explosion of licensed properties being sold to film and TV and animation studios at the time. Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Fantastic Four, The Electric Company, Shazam, Captain America, Spider-Woman, and Wonder Woman, they all made their way across mediums. Others were planned as well, like Daredevil and Black Widow and Avengers, and Marvel could sell the rights to their own IP, and they did it with a great amount of success. These were extremely popular, the females here were extremely popular, and there was another one named Bionic Woman, who was one of the most popular of them all. If one of these shows, though, created a character for the show, they'd own the rights to that character. So with the success of Hulk and the popularity of Bionic Woman, Stan Lee was afraid that CBS was going to create a female counterpart for the Hulk for the show. So Stan Lee set out to make one more character before he stepped away from creating full-time, and that character was She-Hulk. To really solidify their IP ownership, a new comic book series was created called Savage She-Hulk that was launched at the beginning of 1980. She-Hulk.
Man, you did it again, Jesse. Another great video from JLS right there. So, to check out this entire video, and it's worth it, and more great content from Jesse over at the JLS Comics channel, click the link right here. Alright, now let's get to today's lineup and find out what's on today with Discovery Day. Now, all of these times are listed in both Pacific Standard Time and Eastern Standard Time, and there are both video and channel links with timestamps in the description below. So today there are 12 shows in the lineup, and 6 of them are still going live. So, first up, at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, over at the Comic Fu 2814 channel, Dave released a video titled Unboxing Number 15, Comic Book Mystery Boxes. So, he has 5 comic book mystery boxes with a chance to win an Incredible Hulk 181, an ASM 252, an ASM 300, an ASM 361, a New Mutants 87, or a New Mutants 98. To check him out at the link below and let's see what he got, huh? Alright. Next up at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, over at the Comic Core channel, Drew Manchu released the next video in his series titled Drew Manchu's Comic Book Reviews, House of X number 4. So now House of X number 4 is part 7 of the Jonathan Hickman's new epic X-Men saga. Can't wait to get my hands on this one today. I am going as soon as this gets posted. Will our heroes defeat Orchis and destroy the Mother Mold in time? I don't know, man. We're going to find out. I'm waiting. I know I put a like on this one already, but I'm going to watch it after I read the episode, because this is definitely spoiler review. Okay, next up at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. You know it's Wednesday. Head over and check out Jeff Comic 813. This is a cool man. He is awesome. He's got a great channel, and every Wednesday he does a show called Cantonese Comic Wednesday, AKA CCW. Now this is the series where he's going to show off what he picked up today and then teach us some Cantonese. It's totally fun. Check it out. Alright, also at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, head over to the Comics with Bueller channel for a video titled New Comic Books Releasing September 11th, 2019, DC Comics Coming Out This Week Weekly Picks. Now this is Bueller's main video, and I bet you we're going to see over 100 covers in this. Great job on this one. Alright, at 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, over at the Mr. Miracle Comics channel, Dave is premiering a video titled 5 More Undervalued Comics for September 4th, 2019. Now, if you're not watching this, you're missing out. because he's nailing it every week. And this is great info, especially when you're out there hunting dollar bins, because he's not putting up books that you can't afford. He's putting up books we can afford. Great series, Dave. I really appreciate it. All right, next up at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Normally over at the 90MF Comics channel, but today we're going to do it over on Conquistador's channel. They're going live. They're going to keep the streak alive doing their specs, review, and more. So join Javi and D-Hyde as they sit down and talk recent comic books and comic book speculation with variant covers. Okay, well this is the halfway point in the lineup, and now it's time for a segment titled the Instagram Tag of the Day. And today's tags come from Mr. Comics 89. Hey Matt, I'm loving that new logo. King of the Golden State, and the Comic Book Bunker, who all tagged me this morning for, you guessed it, Webhead Wednesday. Now, Mr. Comics 89 came with an amazing Spider-Man issue number 5, first battle of Spider-Man versus Dr. Doom. Congrats on that one, Matt. And the King of the Golden State came with some raw copies of Amazing Spider-Man issues number 298, 299, and 300, which I don't have yet. That's on the wish list. And then over at the Comic Book Bunker, the Comic Book Commandos dropped off this 1992 ASM number 4 Chaos in Calgary issue. Now, I decided for Webhead Wednesday to post my Silver Age Spider-Man issue number 23 from April of 1965, third appearance of the Green Goblin Norman Osborn, and I tagged Reggie Collects, Biggie's Comics, Alex Manny of Chino Comics and More, and the immortal Biggie Shack. Alright, now that was fun. Let's get back to the lineup. At 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Oh yeah, over at the Lords of the Longbox channel, TiVo and the Lords crew are going live with a stream titled Lords of the Longbox episode 149, Black Knight Report, Mike Sutton exclusive scoop on the Wolvie Hulk. Alright, so the Black Knight Report is this weekly awesome show that Lords of the Longbox has given us all the latest and greatest movie news out there, and tonight's going to be no different. He's got Mikey Sutton's exclusive scoop with all the new details on the Wolverine Hulk movie. Should be fantastic. You're not going to want to miss it. Okay, also at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, Brian and Jack over at Simple Man's Comics channel are premiering the next installment in the series titled Hot and Cold List for September 4th, 2019. So now Brian and Jack seek out hot and cold picks from the authors and contributors of the comicbookinvest.com website. Now they compile all those inputs together into a consolidated list each week that they share with us tonight. It's really cool and fun. All these other authors do little guest spots and appearances. Last week we had Cat Ran on there and it was fantastic. So, alright, next up, also at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, Chris over at the Batman Statue Collector channel is going live with a stream titled Rogues Gallery Live Podcast Show number 20. New Prime 1 Studio Batman reveals plus Leaning Hush update. Interesting. All right, sounds good. All right. At 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern over at the Unpressable Defects podcast channel, they're going live with a stream titled Unpressable Defects number 171 Principles. Been loving these titles the last couple weeks, guys. All right, at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, we get yet another live show, and this one is titled Comic Core Unlimited over at the Comic Core YouTube channel. So join JD with John of John's Comics with Kids and Jason of Comics Misexplained for the next edition of this live show. It's always fun. They talk about what's coming out at cons, who's appearing, what you should be watching streaming. I mean, they cover a whole range of topics, and they do it basically within an hour and a half, and they stay on topic. Good stuff, guys. All right, well, the last item on the lineup and the last live show that I know about starts at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. It's Wednesday, man. You know what that means? It's New Comic Book Day Book Club. So let's head over to White Whale Comics channel as Alec and John of John's Comics with Kids welcome guests Tacoma Comics for a live stream titled Book Club, episode number 37, Something is Killing the Children with Tacoma Comics. Now, man, this is going to be good. I hope I can go pick up a copy. I called my LCS and he's like, you can't hold it because it wasn't on your pull list. So we'll see if I can get my hands on it today. If I get my hands on it, I'll be there. All right, well, that's it for the lineup. Now for a new segment. It's not even new anymore. Why do I keep calling it new? Now for this segment called What's in the Box Already? And I gotta eventually get to these. And I got 3 more of these huge boxes from Pope Grimy. So we're gonna do one of these big boxes from Pope Grimy next. And he does a great job packaging his stuff. I think I showed it last time, so I won't go over all the packaging this time. But I am going to switch cameras because I bet it's going to be a stack of books. Let's see how big this stack is. Oh yeah, we're going to have to switch cameras for this one because I've got a big stack of books. All right.
Okay, I've switched cameras now, and that was my Instagram tag of the day. And I'm just going to go right into it because there's a bunch of them. There is a stack of books. So these are all compliments of Pope Grimy. And let's see what we've got here. It starts with Dark Avengers. Issue, what is that, 12? Dark Avengers. The New Avengers, issue 10. Ooh, there we go. I'm digging that. I'm going to come sideways so we can take up some of this camera space here. Covers out Avengers 141. Here we go. The New Avengers Giant Size Annual. The Mighty Avengers number 7. The Mighty Avengers number 8. The Avengers number 22. Here's another Bronze Age 126. Look at that cover. Digging that. Here we go. Giant Size Little A versus X. I don't know what this is. Secret Wars 1 Variant Edition. Hey, there's one. That's a pretty good shape, too. New Avengers number 27. And Avengers, I don't even know what issue that number is. 12 Variant Edition. Avengers number 9. 690. The Surrender. 499. Wolverine and the X-Men. Oh, there's a nice one. The New Avengers number 4. New Avengers number 5. The New Avengers number 49. Here's some shiny craziness here. Avengers West Coast number 100. I think that's what it says. West Coast Avengers number 100. Avengers Dark Reign, the list number 1. Here's West Coast Avengers. Hey, remember this one? Number 45. We've got Avengers. What is this? Time Slide. Avengers Time Slide. Interesting. Secret Invasion. The New Avengers, number 39. Avengers number 24. The Initiative. Oh, this is nice. A little beat up, but definitely a nice one. How about Avengers number 100? Take it, take it. And the last book is actually a signed book by Scott Snyder, and it is The Batman Who Laughs, signed by Scott Snyder. Now the other item that I got here was a card. Interesting thing about the card is he's got a Slytherin logo here, but it looks like he also has waxed, and you know where you put your it's wax sealed. So let's see what's in here. Wow, that is a wonderful, wonderful note. I really appreciate that, Pope. I'm actually not going to share that with everybody. I might get teary-eyed over that. That's really nice. I appreciate you saying that. Now, let's get. Now I'm at a loss for words. Now, let's get back to. Let's close the show.
Alright, well that was fun. Thanks for taking the time to watch me today. Seriously, I really appreciate it. Please visit me on Facebook and Instagram where I'll be posting this schedule with any ads and or changes later on this afternoon. We also have a Patreon page if you're interested in supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, man, give me a like. If you know of anyone that might be interested in this information or may want to be included in the show, share this with them. Also, drop me a comment below on how I can improve this show, my channel, or if there's another channel out there I should be watching. Now, if you're not already a subscriber, think about subscribing so you don't miss any of this great new content. Who knows? You may find your new favorite channel today. And as always, don't forget, we had a good time. I'll see you guys all tonight in the chats. Hopefully, I get my hands on that book and I see you in book club. Talk to everyone later. Bye.